So all the decking's up, as you can see. All the original slabs that was underneath it, all gone. We've had one 8-ton skip full, that's gone. The skip changeover. Fraser now, look, he's just getting his levels. So let me explain the levels to you. So that's damp-proof course there. That's damp-proof course. We're going to go to here. 1 course below damp. You should go to 2, but the levels existing were 1 course below. If we go another course lower, you could get the top of foundation or the top of your post with a concrete, and we could even hit the foundations of the wall. So customer's happy to go back to what it was. We're going to put eco drains up against the wall anyway, so it kind of suits, but we have got a bit to dig out. So what you want to do is 100mm thick for your MOT type 1, and then you want to leave 20mm for your porcelain or your Indian sandstone, depending on the thickness of your slabs. 30mm bed, so 150mm below the bottom of that 1 course. That's where we're going to, isn't it, Frey? Yeah. And it's 26 degrees and it's 9 o'clock. So Frey will just keep straight scraping back now, and then what I'll do, I'll get an 8-foot level on the finished level over there, bring it out to here with the fall on it, measure down, and as long as we've got 150mm, job done. What you'll be careful of, if you do use a digger, don't dig too much out. Obviously it's more money to take your muck away, and more money to bring your more MOT type 1 in, more labour, more time, so you don't want to go digging too much out. If you've got the old school pick and shovel, obviously you've got more of a control over that, but it's going to take you longer. So Frey's created this pile here now, ready to go in the skip. Whew, it's hot. What was I going to say? Yeah, when you're digging yours out, right, what I would suggest, you could see this is quite soft, it's clay. We haven't dug down all the way yet, so we've analysed the ground as you're doing it. So we don't want to go down digging too much out. There's no cargo, and it's a patio at the end of the day. So he's just getting down onto some kind of stone here, I can see now. So if you are digging out ground and it is on the soft side, what I would suggest, you put a fabric weed membrane in, like a Taram weed membrane, and that'll just stop your MOT type 1 base transferring and sinking into the soil underneath. So yeah, we'll dig it all out, we'll have a little look, and then if we need to use one, we'll put one in. Temperature's going up and up and up and up and up. There's no air, but it's all good. You spend the whole year moaning about the rain. I'd rather it like this, although it's bloody hot, zapping. As soon as you do a little bit, you've got to stop because you're pouring with bloody sweat. It's horrible, but good at the same time. Look at it. How can you moan about that? Absolutely fantastic. Whew. So it's dug out. You got your 150mm from that brick I mentioned down all the way along, and then what we're doing now, we've put a spirit level on it, but we've got a tarmac spike there, and we're going to set a string line up to go across to the finished that brick, and then we're going to measure down. As long as we've got 150mm all the way through, fine. We'll do it here, one in the middle, one on the end, and if that ticks the box, we're where are we going, Frey?
Home.
Why are we going home?
Too hot.
It's too hot. It's just too much. So yeah, hopefully this works out and we can just get out here. Don't often see that in South Wales. 33 degrees. Phew! God damn, it's hot, but nice. But too hot to work in. So as you can see, 3:30, job done for the day. Go in now, see Lucy, couple of beers, chill out, and happy days. So we got the old trusty whacker plate out. That's years old, that is. What a machine that's been. Anyway, so we just put a little thin layer, maybe around about 50mm, 75mm over the bottom of it, and we're going to whack it in stages. So we're going to whack stage 1. Once that's done, we're going to come over, put another 75mm on top and whack that. So this is where we are. Fraser's whacking the next layer now, look. We haven't quite got enough to come down through here, so we're going to have a little top up. At the back, it's got a minimum of 150mm easy in there, in 2 layers. We go up and down this way, and then 45-degree angle. Go, drainage is in. Top tip for you, we always say this, spray out your bond. And what it does, we had the customer out here yesterday, and we can push the bond that way, or she can have her cuts this way or have her cuts over there. She gets to decide. And it's a really good thing, because the customer can see exactly what it's going to look like before it's laid, so you know it's right. And then you can count your tiles, 47 here. And then we've also sprayed this out going down the side as well. Worked the bond out here. Customer's been out. This is the path leading up to here, look. And then counted all the slabs out here. So we know exactly how many slabs we've got. There's the slabs. And I've got double the amount that I need. So I don't know what the hell's happened there. Human error or computer error? I don't know. But oh, that's too much, so it's going to have to arrange for it to go back. The first tile is always the most important one, because if you get that wrong, all the patio will be wrong. So the first tile is the one that you will level off to do the rest of the entire patio. So got to get it right. So how do you get that right? What you're looking for, if you come close, is this side of the tile here. You want it ever so slightly higher than your eco drain, so the water comes in and goes down. If you put it level, we tend to find it pools a little bit before it gets into the eco drain. So we've got that ever so slightly higher. We've got our 5mm joint. We've got it flush to the side to equate for our bond where we need it. We've got it level, right? Now be careful, because sometimes, let's see the levels rocking. You think porcelain is completely flat. A lot of it is cambered. It isn't flat, it's never flat. That's level. And then all importantly, we got it touching the line there. Like if you go close on there, Frey, there we go. So it's got a fall on it. So that's the first tile. That's the first tile set up, ready to rock and roll. So I can level back towards Fraser, towards the fence over there now. And when I come back to this one, I'll set this one in, keep the fall, and I can just keep leveling off on my rows. So there we go, first tile in. We'll set you up on a time lapse.
Right then, laying these slabs, like all of them, they got a camber in them. That one's quite a chunk, it's like 3-4 mil.
Yeah.
Over the whole slab.
On the bottom of the level, look. He's touching. So you get that rocking.
Rocky Balboa.
Rocky Balboa. How does that affect laying them, Frey?
Makes it hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you explain that?
Thing is, customers always think the porcelain is absolutely flat as a pancake, don't they? But the problem is, in the kilning of it's cambered, so you're never going to get it flat. So you just got to lay to the highest point. So what happens? The highest point is the middle. So then you could get a bit of like pillowing, the product sloping down in the corners because of the camber in the middle, and then you get people saying, well, it's not flush. Well, you can't make the product straight. So you just got to kind of see what it's like on each individual slab, haven't you? And go with it and lay it to what looks best. That's all you can do, isn't it? There we are. We thought we'd share it with you. So there we go, first part of the video is now complete. We've got all the full tiles laid in here. There's a manhole going in here which we've got to cut in, all cuts over here, angle cuts on the side down here, and we got the steps to cut in. So that, if you stay tuned for the next video, we'll show you how to do that on the next one. Other than that, keep well, be safe, and please like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.